you know, it's not often I go to a place where I feel like I'm the new guy. And here I feel like I'm the new guy. Anyway, I had the great privilege over the years of playing some golf as well, and seeing some of his sense of humor at the Underwood Memorial Hospital golf outing. And, you know, when it started out, it would always be Bob and Ed and Andy and I. And then I remember one year where Andy couldn't make it for some reason. He was somewhere around the world. And Alan, Dee's husband, joined us. And he was on the tee, and I'm going to say for 8 drives in a row, he hit the ball way left. And Ed finally said to him on the 10th or 11th hole, he said, you know, I would think a man your age would understand his shortcomings and start to aim to the right. And he did that. But that, you know, that tournament, you know, got you know, as everybody got a little older, I mean, it was a bit of an adventure. You know, sometimes we'd show up on the first tee, and Bob was always there because he was organizing, but you know, and sometimes Ed wouldn't be there. And Andy would say, well, you know, now we're trying to figure out whether Ed forgot or Bob didn't answer. Anyway, the phone call would go out. You know, about 5 minutes before tee time, the phone call would go out, and you could hear him through the cell phone say, "Oh, is it today?" You know, and so he would get going. Fortunately, his schedule was free because either in the middle of the first hole or on the second hole, he would join us. But we had, you know, we continue to do that today. Did it as recently as this past year with Andy and Ed. Tracy has taken Bob's place, and it's just a wonderful time of year, and we enjoy it very much. So, happy 95th birthday.
Wish the golf was as good as your speech.
Well, one of the things that I always think of with Uncle Ed, and this goes back, and I have no idea what those things were, but
the snakes.
yeah, you would bring out these little like cube things, and we'd go outside, and we would go out on the lawn, and you would like light them or something, and they would grow and do all sorts of fun things, and you had different ones that would do. They were the snakes, right? And they would do different things, and I still think of those all the time. I mean, I don't know what they were, but they were lots of fun.
What were they?
Well, I don't know what they
Chemicals
were.
from work. I think there were some sulfur components to it.
Where did you get them? Did they come?
I don't know.
Fireworks shop, because they were always around fireworks.
Amazon.com.
It was around time for fireworks.
Little charcoal.
That makes sense. It was summer usually. Sounds like a recipe you know, yeah.
It would all burn, you know, so for the home
Right, and then it would,
big rotten
yeah.
foam.
I think it was like, I always thought it was like vermiculite. Yeah, well that would pump, so.
Maybe.
So,
I don't know what it was.
anyway, I still remember those. They're happy birthday.
Thank you.
Well, I have to say that I have another memory, which isn't so nice actually, because
Just sit down.
no, it was always such a thrill for my mother and I to come to New Jersey for Thanksgiving. And my memory is that initially we used to go to your house, and then later we went to the farm, and it was just so perfect, the whole setting, except that when we were at your house, and I think I must have been like 6 or 7, you were going to get the turkey ready. And so I came outside, and I sat on the outside, on the stoop outside, and you disappeared behind a garage or someplace, and then all of a sudden, this turkey came around the corner without its head on, but running. It was running. It was very, very harsh on my sensibilities as a 6 or 7-year-old, but you chopped its head off, and it was running.
think I was part of it.
You did, you did. You disappeared behind that garage or whatever, and then all of a sudden, the next thing I knew was there this turkey running toward me without its head on.
But that was you probably
kept
attracted
it.
to you or something.
Well, I thought differently about you afterwards. I thought differently about you afterwards. Happy birthday.
I know, I get that a lot from my sisters.
Yeah, well, yeah, we won't tell stories about you at this point, but. Yeah. Hi, Godfather. This is my Godfather. So, I have a lot of different memories, and I was like, whoa, what do I have to tell? But one of the things I want to start off with is in follow-up to Terry's story, that probably one of the reasons that Alan always had shots was that Alan and Uncle Ed, and this ties into what I want to tell as well, have really different like political views and religious views and so forth. So Alan was like, I mean, it's just he couldn't help it. He's much more left than right. And even though Uncle Ed might have said, well, the man your age should like make adjustments and try a little more to the right, Alan didn't agree. So it was a bad golf day, but it was still a statement with integrity or something. So, and that goes a little bit to one of my overall, just not a particular memory, but impressions and things I really just enjoyed about, and really it's been in the last number of years with Uncle Ed, was thinking of the evenings that we had together at dinner, sometimes just with Marie and maybe a cousin and Uncle Ed and myself, sometimes with Dad there as well. And we just had some rousing discussions. And it was really great because we have very different views.
Poor thing.
I don't think so, but I think we have some very different views politically, religiously, all the things we shouldn't talk about. We didn't really talk much about sex, did we?
No.
No, it's a religion, politics, sex. But anyway,
We agreed on that.
Anyway, but one of the things I really so much enjoy and greatly appreciate is that we had really fun discussions. We could debate and go back and forth, and it didn't devolve into an argument. It was a great debate and great fun, and so I enjoyed that, and I really respect that, and it's something that is, and it was an encouragement to me as well as an inspiration. And so thank you for that, and happy birthday. And as a godfather, I guess fortunately we could say I never really needed you. But,
So it didn't do any good.
and I was going to say that may be one of your disappointments.